So AOC is looking really good right now, right? Obviously. Like, even Fox is agreeing this, objectively saying, like, AOC is leading. And they're going to be talking about AOC a lot. They're going to be talking about her a lot in the future. Get ready for AOC to be talked about non-fucking stop.
And now to this, while all eyes are on 2026, Democrat donors are already feeling anxious about 2028. The party is facing...
I really hope Harris stays the fuck away. I need Harris to stay the fuck away.
Cash flow problem as concerns over Ken Martin's leadership grow following a slew of negative headlines. One donor telling Politico, quote, "Nobody wants to give Martin or DNC money at this point. It's beyond embarrassing, and it's not going to get better until he's gone." That is Andrew Yang saying Kamala Harris, by the way, plans to run for president, but she isn't ready to announce.
I appreciate the question and the intrigue. I have not made a decision, but I will...
Please stay the fuck away. Like, genuinely stay the fuck away.
Tell you, I am fully, sincerely focused on these midterms, and I know we're going to be working together on it.
Meanwhile, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez seems interested in a run.
There's these polling numbers.
Oh, God, I love the majority report.
Buzz, as they say, about you and your candidacy.
Yeah, I do. I am surprised by it. You know, I think sometimes people would talk about it, and I was always candidly like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, whatever.
But then some of these polls came out, and I'm like, what is happening? There's some folks actually that had driven out from Arkansas, and they were talking about like the straw polls out there, and I'm like, I don't, you know, but I think people are pissed off.
Joining me now, Republican
She knows. Oh, wait. Oh, that's so fucking quiet. She knows.
Strategist Tim Parrish and Democratic strategist.
Like, she's so popular. She is so popular. And dude, AOC, I'm begging you, girl.
Strategist Antoine Seawright, thank you both for being here. I want to start with you, Antoine. When you see this Politico report saying that there is essentially chaos at the DNC ahead of the 2028 presidential election.
I'm not shocked, by the way. DNC provided people with nothing. I'm not shocked that they have nothing for the future.
And it's not just that Ken Martin is not raising money. The problem also is that there's concerns over whether or not the Democratic Party is comfortable with being an opposition party, comfortable in the position that it's in right now. What do you make of these concerns?
They're not, obviously. Like, come on, dude.
And is it enough to just get rid of Ken Martin?
We need... Listen, Kevin Martin does need to be out, but that's not the only issue with the DNC.
Well, I think Democrats, on the whole, are very comfortable right now because of the affordability crisis brought to you and sponsored by Donald Trump and your neighborhood Republican Party, the lack of action with the majority party who controls 3 branches of government. And let me just say, when you get downstream and you get off K Street and you focus on Main Street and my street where elections are won, not too many people care about what's happening at the DNC. The DNC role is simply an organization to provide infrastructure to state parties for the sake of elections. But the candidates and candidate quality up and down the ballot in communities matter. And that's where I think we have the advantage going.
Oh, dude, yeah, Democrats have a huge advantage when it comes to down ballot right now. Like, no one wants to be associated with Trump, and everybody was up until like a month ago, or like a couple months ago. Woo!
Into this very consequential midterm election. If you look at money raised, if you look at issues being discussed, if you look at where independent thinkers, independent voters in our base fall, I'm very optimistic about what the midterms will be for Democrats up and down the ballot.
Okay, well, that at least makes one of you that seems optimistic. The Politico piece shares a lot more pessimism, but I want to talk with you, Tim, about speaking about polling. New Hampshire, there's a poll that came out about the 2028 candidates, and it looks like Vice President J.D. Vance leads that poll right now. 2/3 of New Hampshire Republicans already believe believe it's either Vance or Rubio.
Both of these fuckers, by the way, Vance and Rubio, would never win. DeSantis, get him off the polls. Like, DeSantis is never going to win. Nikki Haley, unpopular. Rand Paul will never win.
You see Vance there at 36%, Marco Rubio at 26%. What do you make of this race right now between Vance and Rubio, and who has the advantage?
Vance.
I think that's pretty accurate. I think that those are the 2 frontrunners right now. If the election were tomorrow, those are the 2 frontrunners. It's going to be a race between Secretary
Vance. Vance. Rubio has nothing. He's got no sauce.
Rubio and Vice President Vance. I don't know who's in the lead right now. I see the polls and I see all kind of things around the national conversation around those two. I will tell you that both of them are eminently qualified gentlemen who are, I think, ready to serve as President of the United States on day one. And so I would be happy with either one of those, but that looks like the lineup that it's going to be right now.
Well, Tim, I also want to show you the Democratic poll that came out, and it shows that AOC right now in New Hampshire among Democrats.
Yes. Now it's New Hampshire, but
candidate 22%. Pete Buttigieg at 21%.
Pete Buttigieg, we cannot get him. We need to get him out of here, man.
Tim, first, what do you make of that? And Antoine, you can answer after.
Yeah, this is why they're going to be dragging AOC through the mud for the next This is why they keep on bringing DNC officials on. By the way, they just want to keep on shitting on AOC and socialists in general, or democratic socialists.
So how did we get here? Let's start back. Despite the decades of warning, socialism is now on the ballot across America. So how did we get here? Let's start.
Holy shit, I just realized the lighting on AOC's picture is drastically better. Is it? That's really funny. Hold on. Let me go back to that.
And now to this. While all eyes are on 2026, Democrat donors are already
We're
feeling
like, what,
anxious
4 minutes in?
That is my...
Back in 2016, Bernie Sanders is running for president.
I genuinely think it was Bernie versus Trump. Bernie would have absolutely won, by the way.
Starts this nationwide movement. Instead of just ripping it apart, the Democrats force him out of the race, and then we know what happens from there. They did the same thing in 2020, by the way. 2018, AOC takes down an establishment Democrat, Joe Crowley. He was a part of the leadership, chairman of a committee. She takes him out. In 2025, they needed more
Mom Donnie, baby!
reinforcement. No one thought he could win in New York City, but Madami wins with the help of social media. And if you look at the Democrats, because of all of the splits, they feeling like they're
fucking 48%. Holy shit. Also, Mom Donnie is such a slap in the face to Democrats. Democrats should never be allowed to take credit for Mom Donnie because they try to fuck him over constantly, nonstop.
not representing them. 48% of Democrats say that they feel that their party has betrayed them. Let's go to Kellyanne Conway. She's a Fox News contributor, former counselor to the president. Kellyanne,
you are so ugly.
I just want to play this sound from Joe Manchin because it really sets up what the battle is with the Democratic Party. Let's play it.
Could you ever support a self-described socialist candidate?
No. No way.
God, you're so pathetic. You're so pathetic. You are so pathetic.
My God, no.
And even if they have some good ideas?
I support the good ideas, but how could you support some of the crazy stuff they're for? Have you seen their platform? They're for dismantling everything that we know, whether it be the structure of government, Congress itself, or the Senate they want to get rid of. And then they start talking about all the crazy things. No police, no this, no this, no that. Are you crazy?
Who wins this battle, Kellyanne? The moderates or the socialists?
Moderates are not going to win this.
I think ultimately America...
Is your eyebrow fixed in that position, man?
The moderates or the socialists?
It stays up there for a few seconds too long.
Americans' love of freedom, liberty, life, and pursuit of happiness win, Lawrence, and here's why. There's no question the Democratic Socialists of America, Bernie Sanders, AOC, all the folks that you just mentioned are having a moment. And that's because a lot of young people, a lot of college-educated folks are saying, look, there's not enough housing. I want economic inequality. I want that solved. I want Gaza to be free, et cetera. But what they're really selling doesn't have majority support. I take them seriously.
I'm sorry, man. It's starting to get majority support.
But here's what's important about Joe Manchin's comments.
Joe Manchin's not a real fucking person.
He was known as an effective legislator, an effective governor. He's always been a Democrat. And he governed a state. He ran a state, West Virginia, that Donald Trump carried 3 times by about 40 points each time. You can run a state or you can run your mouth. And a lot of these Democratic Socialists of America.
Mom Donnie runs the largest city in the world. Mom Donnie runs New York City, significantly larger than any state in the U.S.
Are running their mouth. Look, AOC rose from being a bartender to defeating a longtime incumbent. She should be commended for that part of her American dream. But here's what's difficult for AOC. For President, AOC is not okay. She's a communicator, but she's not a legislator. She lost within her own party 131 to 1984 when she dared run for the Oversight Committee ranking member. She lost to Jerry Connolly handily. She introduces things like Green New Deal was defeated 57-0. She introduces income inequality stuff. It gets defeated or it doesn't get a vote. So I think the mantra
Yeah, because Democrats keep fucking her over.
The world are also saying you can't just talk, you can't just pontificate, you have to legislate, you have to appropriate, you have to
And maybe if Israel didn't pay them so much money against her.
do stuff other than post on social media. And the other thing about
Also ignoring the countless AOC wins, by the way.
AOC, I just want people to know because she doesn't want you to know. She talks about socialism here and there, but she's been an establishment girl since she got elected in 2018. She voted for Nancy Pelosi for Speaker twice. She voted for Hakeem Jeffries for Speaker twice.
She votes for the more realistic options, dumbass.
She doesn't like being on the fringes, so she wants to have it both ways. Flying
It's called politics.
around on private jets to talk about socialism is hypocritical, but also is not an accomplishment. Flying is an activity. It is not an accomplishment. So as a legislator, she's been very unremarkable. Donald Trump got elected as an outsider because he had never held
Donald Trump was a child rapist.
political office. By 2028, Lawrence, AOC will have been there for 10 years. You can't be the fresh face for 6 terms in Congress. You can't be the new blood like Obama was, like Trump was. So, and her anti-Israel, Jew-hating stances, I don't think
Anti-Israel, Jew-hating stances.
that they don't have a lot of popularity among the broader public.
They're so afraid to have another socialist on, by the way. They're so afraid to have another socialist on after what's his name fucking said Donald Trump is a convicted child rapist. So funny. Absolutely fucking hilarious. Absolutely fucking hilarious, dude. I don't know, man. I'm really happy that AOC is doing so well. I mean, the fact that Fox is spending so much time on her, more than they already do, is a really good sign for us, by the way. They probably have internal polling that shows that AOC is doing much better than what is being shown publicly. So exact same thing that happened with Biden. They had internal polling that looked really bad, and people like doubled down on Harris when it came from Democrat-leaning news media. So I'm excited. Oh yeah, dude, it'd be great.